Let us analyze the source from Midrash HaNe'elam, Shir HaShirim, cited by Beit Yosef and Orach Chaim as a reason not to wear the Tefillin on Chol HaMoed. And because of this, on these days, which are the Tefillin of the Master of the world, it is forbidden to place other Tefillin, for these days, which are supernal Tefillin, rest upon the heads of holy Israel, and it is forbidden to remove the Tefillin of the Master of the world and to place other Tefillin, which are only a lower likeness and image. It is like a king who wished to guard his servant and said to him, "Make an image of my seal. Whenever that image is seen upon you, all the world will tremble and fear you." Afterwards, out of greater love with which the king loved him, he placed into his hand the higher royal seal itself. Once the servant held the king's higher seal in his hand, he set aside that image which he had made. If that servant pushes away the king's higher seal for the sake of the seal that he himself made, that servant is certainly deserving of death, because he has brought dishonor to the king's seal and showed no regard for it. Therefore, it is forbidden for the holy nation to set aside the higher seal of the king that rests upon us in favor of the image that we make. This on the festival and on Chol HaMoed and all the mashal on Shabbat when the queen dwells upon us. The Zohar's language is intentionally dramatic. It is not belittling weekday tefillin. Weekday tefillin are holy. Rather, it is magnifying Chol HaMoed. Once the higher royal seal is already resting on the servant, clinging to the lower replica is no longer a sign of added piety. It becomes a failure to recognize what the king has already given. At first, the servant receives an image of the seal. That image has real value. Later, the king gives the servant the higher seal itself. The servant's test is now different. He must know when the lower sign has yielded to a higher form of closeness. That is the Zohar's model of Chol HaMoed. According to the Zohar, Chol HaMoed is not an empty middle zone. It is a day on which the Jew is already marked by the higher seal. That is why replacing that higher seal with the lower image is described in such severe language. In the next video, we will turn from the Zohar's royal seal imagery to the Arizal's language of ascent and explain what it means for Chol HaMoed to rise above the ordinary place of Tefillin.